Hi, I am Melissa Berube. I am a realtor with Howard Hanna. And for the past several years, I have been giving this webinar because I often get asked when is a good time to buy a home by people who are just kind of hesitating and they're on the fence to step into the home ownership market. So I thought what a perfect opportunity to go ahead and put this on YouTube so that you can watch it at your leisure. Leisure won't take very long. We'll be here for about 20-25 minutes tops. So is it a good time to buy a home? How to make an educated decision? It's very important to make an educated decision because you need to be comfortable with the decision that you make moving forward because it is a very big investment. It's a very big step to take, especially if you're not familiar with the process of home ownership. So first of all, let's go over the cons. There, of course, are some cons to home ownership. There's responsibility. You are the one that has to fix the hot water heater if it goes out. You are the one that has to replace the refrigerator if it goes out. So there is definitely some responsibility that goes along with home ownership that right now maybe your landlord takes care of. There is upfront expense. Now, granted, there are some programs that I talk about frequently if you want to watch my other videos that allow you to get in with zero money down, but you still have to have a home inspection. You might need a little bit of a down payment. You're going to have to buy homeowners insurance and stuff like that. So there is a bit of an upfront expense involved with buying a home. Repairs, like we mentioned before. Maintenance, you're the one that has to mow the lawn. You're the one that has to paint the walls. If you take stuff down, you got to fill the nail holes and all that good stuff. So that's your maintenance. But there are many pros that are involved with this. So it's a stable investment. Historically, real estate is one of the most stable investments out there. Does it go up and down a little bit? Absolutely. But if you read anything from Warren Buffett onto other real estate investors, it is the single best investment you can make for your future wealth. So it is a very stable investment. Freedom. You can paint the walls whatever color you want. You can put as many nail holes in the walls that you want. You can put the landscaping out that you want. This is your house. You can do anything you want with it without your landlord's permission because you are your own landlord, right? Improved credit. The biggest influence on your credit score is paying your mortgage payment on time, hands down. I think it's like over 33% of the algorithm that they use is when you have a mortgage and you're paying that mortgage on time. So it's a very, very good boon for your credit. Tax breaks. Now, the tax law has changed. This is now 2019. However, mortgage interest deduction is still part of that tax break. You can either take your straight line deduction or you can itemize with your mortgage interest deduction. You can talk with your accountant about what is better for you. But every single penny that you pay to your mortgage interest is a tax deduction. Your property taxes that you pay as a tax deduction, and these are the best tax deductions that you can get. It's what we call a direct deduction, so it actually decreases your taxable income. So if you made $60,000, but you paid $10,000 in mortgage interest through the year, that reduces your income to $50,000. So that's what you're taxed on. That is a significant tax saving, especially if it puts you in a different tax bracket. You don't get that with rent. Cash. You are building equity in your house that you can borrow on. You can use this home if you have once you build some equity up, if you have some student loans that you want to pay off, if you want to go on vacation, if you want to send your kid to college, if you want to do improvements to your home, you have that equity, you have that leverage in your property. We'll get to that in a little bit. So you have future options and it's yours. You can do whatever you want. And the biggest one is pride. There is no feeling in the world like when they drop those keys in your hand for the very first time. The sense of pride that you have when you walk through your own door and you get food out of your own fridge is just unbelievable. That is a phenomenal sense of pride. The only thing that was better for me was having my kids. So there's that. So let's talk about mortgage rates. There's been some news lately that the mortgage rates are going to go up. So here's kind of a flow chart for over the last 10 years of the mortgage rates. Back in 2009, 2010 was the highest at 5.1. The last few years, though, we've been dropping here and there. 2017, it kind of went up a little bit. In March of 2018, they averaged 4.25%. That is really, really low. When I first got into the housing market, they were above 6. I was told that they would never get below 6%. Well, they've been below 6% for over 10 years. There's going to be a little bit of a correction in the market this year, but they're still not estimating it to go much above 5%. So we're still well below that 6% price range. But in March of 2018, the average was 4.25%. And this is my source here of the FHFA 30-year fixed loan. So let's talk about changing tides and average real estate prices. So these numbers that you're going to see are for Monongalia County, West Virginia. In the North Central West Virginia Paragon MLS system is where I get the data. They are the average sale prices of single-family detached homes. So not townhomes, not condos, just single-family detached homes. But let's take a look at the average prices over the last 5 years. 5 years ago in 2014, the average sales price of a single-family home in Mon County was $248,057, and it was up 0.8% over 2013. In 2015, it jumped up 6.2% to $264,480. That is a significant jump between 2014 and 15. Leveled out a little bit, 4.1% increase in 2016 to $275,658. 2017, mild, 1.1%. That's okay. It's still an increase. We like the increase, $278,479. Last year, our average single-family home sale price in Monongalia County was $290,844, and that is an increase over 2017 of 4.4%. That is amazing. So this is what we talk about when we talk about equity building, and all you have to do is pay your mortgage payment. You don't have to do anything else. So let's put this into a little bit of perspective as far as, holy cow, what does that mean? That means your average appreciation rate per year over the last 5 years was 3.32%. So if you bought a house in 2019, if you buy a house this month in 2019, 5 years from now, each year on average, if it goes with the historic, has gone up to 3.32%. So if you went back 5 years, that's how much money you made. So what does that mean? The ripple effect. So this means that if you buy a house today at the average sales price, if we keep along with the historic rate that we're going, next year, it won't be worth $290,844 anymore. It'll be worth $300,500. On average, we stay in our houses 5 to 7 years. So the third year, you'll be up to $310,477. The fourth year, you'll be up to $320,785. And the fifth year, you'll break $325. You'll go to $331,435. So that means in 5 years, just by sitting on your couch and watching Seinfeld and paying your mortgage on time, you made potentially $40,591 in 5 years just by living your daily life. You cannot do that if you are renting your home. And if you live in Monongalia County, you know how expensive it is to rent a home. So a lot of times you can get into a home for less money than you're renting. Okay, so what do I get for my money? Annual cost of living. I looked up the how much you would pay, and this is just a very generic number. I'm not a mortgage banker. I just put in the amount of $290,844 at the average interest rate. With your taxes and insurance, you're looking at about $1,800 a month of a payment. So let's say you're renting for $1,800 a month, which sounds like a lot, but in this market, as you know, it's hard to find something in a good school district and something that will fit your family for less than $1,800 a month in rent. So if you're renting for $1,800 a month of rent, your home value is zero, your tax benefit is zero, your equity increase is zero, your maintenance is zero. That's good. You don't have to do anything. Your utility bills are probably about $1,200 a month, give or take. Insurance is zero unless you have renter's insurance, which is pretty little. Your top property taxes are zero. That's good. So your total payments for your rent is $21,600 in a year, and your total cost of living, including your utilities, is $22,800 a year. Okay, so that's your average cost of living. Now, let's say you bought a house for the average sales price in 2018. Your monthly mortgage payment with your taxes and your insurance escrowed in here, so this includes everything, would be about the same, $1,800. Okay, but your home value is $290,844. Now, this tax deduction I put in green. This is not the direct tax deduction. This is just how much money. You would pay $13,423 in mortgage interest for that year based on an amortization schedule. So that is what you would tell your accountant, and your accountant would adjust your taxes based on that amount of money. So that is the tax deduction that you get based on the mortgage interest. But we're not calculating that into our cost of living. I just wanted to show you what that number was. Equity increase, like we said in the slide before, $9,656. So you're raising your equity by that much by just living in your house. Now your hot water heater went out, bummer. So you do have a little bit of a maintenance, $600. And I would certainly hope that a $290,000 house that you bought is slightly bigger, and therefore your utility bills will be a little bit more. So I went ahead, for the sake of argument, and doubled the utility bills, but that's probably pretty high at $2,400 a month, but it's still part of your cost of living. Your insurance is included in your payment. Your taxes are included in your payment. All right. So your total payments are the same, $21,600, right? Your total cost of living is a little higher, $24,600, mainly because you had a little bit of maintenance and your utilities are a little higher. So you're $2,200 higher than your total cost of living. However, when you take into account this appreciation, you deduct that off of your $24,000, and you're actually, with appreciation, your cost of living was only $14,944. So you are less out of pocket money. You are less. You were spending less to live by making more money. So your total profit was $7,856. So by living in your house and doing the things that you do every day, going to work, making dinner, all that good stuff, you made $7,856 instead of spending $22,800. So I hope that gives you a good idea of the benefits of buying a house. If it's something that you have more questions about, I am more than happy to help you. I am more than happy to walk you through the process, let you know where to start. There are several videos in my YouTube channel that address just that. So thank you very much for listening. I hope I didn't waste your time and you enjoyed it and I was entertaining. Take care and enjoy your day.